Well, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Hello.
All
Good
right,
evening.
here we are at another class. We have a lot to accomplish, so we're going to get right into it. All right. So let me share my screen with you. Okay. Of course, tonight we're going to be continuing to work on assignment number 2, construction, geometric construction. Okay. This assignment is due at the end of Wednesday's class, for those of you who want to know. It is due at the end of class on Wednesday, okay? And I also sent out an email telling you that I have already graded assignment number 1, okay? And of course, I always grade with comments if need be. So hopefully you had a chance to look at your grade for assignment number 1. Those of you who have not submitted assignment number 1 to me, I would like for you to do that by the end of tonight's class. If you have an issue with that, please chat me up and we can talk about it, okay? All right, so we're going to continue now with developing the setup drawings for assignment number 2.
With the assignment number 1 project, he wants to talk to you like after class or something?
If you haven't submitted it.
If you haven't submitted, all right. I have mine, I didn't submit it yet. I was just waiting for y'all.
Okay,
I don't know why.
okay. I gave other people an opportunity to have me to preview it before.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Before submission. So I'm still giving you the same opportunity. So you can make a PDF of it and email it to me and I will preview it, okay?
I did.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
Okay, so here we are. We're going to continue with our geometric setup. Okay. Hold on, let me close this door here. All righty. Okay. All right. So if you have a copy of the setup drawing to look at, okay, we see that we have completed quadrants 1 through 4. Okay, so we're going to finish the rest of the setup drawings tonight, starting with quadrant 5. Okay, good. So we see we have a 3-inch line. Okay, 3-inch line, and this line is drawn also at 30 degrees, just like it was here for a quadrant 4. This line here, 30 degrees. Also, this 3-inch line here is drawn at 30 degrees, okay? And then at the end of that 3-inch line, we're gonna draw an arc here that has a 1/2 inch radius and an arc here that has a radius of 1 1/4 inch, okay? So let me get my compass up because I thought I had it up. And of course, we're continuing to do this setup drawing with construction lines using our 0.7 millimeter 2-inch lead. Okay, so if you can see my quadrant here I am, this quadrant. I've already laid out the guidelines for my 1/4 inch high text here for my actual exercise number and title. Okay, because I want to make sure that I don't interfere with that text, just like we did previously. All right, so the first thing I need to do is to locate this line here at 30 degrees, that's 3 inches long, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna play around with it a little bit here, okay? See where I wanna put it, okay? So I think I can put it somewhere in this location. Here, let me start this area though. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to draw the line. Can you see me? Yes. I'm just going to draw the line here at 30 degrees, right? 30 degrees. And then I'm going to locate the endpoints using my full-size scale. Okay. The line is 3 inches. So let's see, where do I want it? Let me extend this line just a little bit more. Okay, and again, I'm just trying to get it visually centered within this quadrant. Yeah, so 3 inches. So I know I got to put an arc here. Okay, and I got to put an arc here. So I'm going to move it up a little bit higher right here. Okay, I think that'll work. So I'm just going to play around with it a little bit. All right, so my 3 inches are going in here. Okay, so if you can see, here's what I did. I drew the 30 degree angle line first at 3 inches, and then here's my reference point here, okay? And then here's my reference point here for the end of that 3-inch line, okay? That's what I'm doing, okay? Here's the end here, and then I use my scale and I establish this reference point right here. All right, so now at this point right here, which is the end of this line, I'm going to make an arc that's going to have a 1/2 inch radius. Okay, so I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to, you see how I'm holding, or I'm placing my scale parallel to the 30 degree line like this. I'm not doing like this. I'm keeping it parallel so that my dimension is true. Okay. And I'm going to, from the end, I'm going to measure 1/2 inch. That's my point there. Okay. All right. So that's where I need to set my radius. Okay. So I'm going to set my needle at my end point here. Good. And adjust it to my reference point here. Yep. And I'm gonna push that compass in so it anchors. And then I'm just going to lean into it like this, and very lightly draw an arc. Not a circle, but just an arc. Just like that. Cool. All right. And then now my other circle here has a radius of 1.25. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to full-size scale. I'm going to place it parallel to that 30 degree angle line, and I need 1.25 inches. So it's my 1/4 right there. Here's my reference point right here, 1.25 inches. So that's where my needle's going to be, and then 1.25 inches. There it is right there. Okay. I can do the same thing here. I need to adjust it. It's my compass. I'm going to place my needle at my first reference point. Okay. And I'm going to adjust the compass to my second reference point. Get pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty good right there. So I'm just going to lean into it again, holding the compass between my index finger and not my index finger, my forefinger and my thumb. I'm just going to very lightly. There we go. Make an arc. Where this finger is right here. This one I'm talking about. This one right here. Okay, that one. Okay. All right. Cool. I'll give you a moment to do that.
Hey, Mr. W.
Yes.
Does it matter how long out the arcs go?
No, not really.
All right.
Because we're keeping them construction lines, right? So when we go to darken them in, that's when we're going to be concerned about the length of them. But right now we don't have to because they are construction lines.
All right.
Okay. I'll give it. Now, the other method of actually adjusting your compass to whatever radius you're using is you can do it directly right using your scale, right? But I'm just doing it the other way right now to see if I can get it to be more accurate. Because see, so now if I want to set the compass to have like a 1 inch radius, I can just use my scale, right? See, I can do like that. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Cool. So you don't always have to make reference points, but I'm just doing it here to see if it's going to make our arcs more accurate. Okay, because they need to be. All right. So that was number 5. So number 6. Okay. Now number 6, we have to draw an angle that an angle that's 53 degrees. Now we know. Now we have to use our adjustable triangle because you know. We have our 30-60, right? And then we have our 45 degree. So, but now we have an angle of 53 degrees. So here's what you need. You're gonna need your adjustable triangle. Okay, so let's get that out. Okay, adjustable triangle. All right, so now let's see how we're going to use that. Okay, adjustable triangle. All right, so we see that we have this pin here. If we loosen the pin like this, then that allows us to adjust the triangle. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Here we go. So here it is at 0. Okay, you can see here at 0. And I forgive the condition of this triangle. It's not mine. It's from the school. So usually you don't want to keep your tools dirty like this. You want to keep them clean. Okay, and I'll try to clean it. But this is why you don't want to get graphite on your tools. This is hard to get off. All right. So now I'm starting at 0. See that, right? I'm still starting. See my little line, or pardon me, my little line right here. Okay, right there, that line. Okay, 0. That's 10 degrees. That's 20 degrees. That's 30 degrees. That's 50 degrees. Okay. Oh, I mean that's 40 degrees. That's 45 degrees. So in its closed position, the adjustable triangle is this line, this angle, this side here is 45 degrees. So now I'm going to come back to 50, right? Okay, 51, 52, 53. So we see from 40 to 45, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks. So each major tick right here represents 1 degree, right? So we do that again. So let's come back to 50 and go 51, 52, 53 is right where I want to be, right there, and then I'm going to tighten it down. Okay, now we're about to make this line here. We're going to draw this horizontal line first, and then we're going to draw this line having an angle of 53 degrees. So I'm just going to scale and see how long that one. I want to make that line. Okay, good. At full size scale, the horizontal line scale has a length of 1 inch and 1/4. So that's what I want to do. Put this aside over here. Come up here. Decide where I want to put it. So I'm just looking at it here like that. That'll work. I don't have to do my little guidelines because it's just a small problem. So I'm just looking at it visually. See what I'm doing visually? Okay. Oh, let me move this over. Okay. I'm just going to look at. I'm going to have a line here. So I'm going to put put that line right about here. Okay. I'm just going to draw a line first. Okay. Good. And then I'm going to get myself a reference point. Okay, I'm going to try to get it right in the center someplace. Yeah. Let me make it a little bit longer. Cool. All right, so inch and 1/4. I'm just visually centering that in inch and 1/4. See how that's going to look. Okay. There we go. Another inch. Okay, that's my first. Oops. Which one is it? Okay, that is. This is my first reference point. And this is my second one. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take my triangle. Okay, and I need to put it at this reference point right here. Okay, so now I have to determine what side represents what side of the triangle represents 53 degrees, and it's quite obvious. It's quite obvious as this little triangle, especially resting on this my straight edge, and then I look at the sample drawing, right? Good. It's quite obvious, okay, that this side of the adjustable triangle represents 53 degrees. So let me just bring this right here. Right now, I'm not going to worry about going through the line. There we go. And then I'm just using my erasing shield. I'm just going to erase some lines that I really don't need, so I'm not confused. That's pretty good. Okay. Alrighty, and then what I could do, okay, is establish it. Maybe I want to make this line here, this line at 53 degrees. I want to make that the inch and 1/4 too. So I'm just going to come up here, 0 here, inch and 1/4 here, and that's going to be my reference line there when I go to actually darken that line in. And then I can use my erasing shield just to erase the line beyond the reference point. So there we go. So that looks sort of like a sample drawing. Cool. All right. Now, I'm going to see what you can do, okay? All right. For quadrants, I'll let you go ahead and work on these on your own, okay? For quadrant 7 and 8, all you do, okay, for quadrant 7 and 8, all that you are doing is drawing a circle that has a radius of 1 inch and a diameter of course, 2 inches, okay? My suggestion to you, okay, is to lay out the guidelines for the coordinates text to make sure that your circle does not interfere with that. Okay, come over here. Okay. Good. I will lay out the guidelines for the coordinates text. Yeah, I'm gonna do that with you together, but you know how to do it. Okay, 1/16 space, 1/4 inch high text. Okay, cool.
Hey, Mr. W.
Yes.
I forgot what my compass just came in the mail Sunday, and I'm a bit not really scared, but like sketchy on how to do the circles still for number 2.
Okay. Here's what I want you to do. Let me finish with this, and I'm gonna give you some instructions. Okay. There's a video that I want you to watch initially. All right.
Oh yeah. All right.
Okay. So now my suggestion to you, right, is to put in the guidelines for the coordinates text, right? So now this remains your drawing area, right? So we need to try to center that circle, okay?
Yep.
In this area right here, right?
Yep, center.
Yep, I'm gonna let you do that. So you're gonna do that for quadrant 7 and quadrant number 8. Is that cool?
Yep.
All right, there we go. Okay, who was asking me the question about the compass? Because I didn't.
Xavier.
Xavier, okay, Xavier. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, I'm going to share my screen with you. Initially, what I want you to do, Xavier, is to go to D2L. You can see my screen. Go to content here. Just go to learning materials, weeks 4 and 5. And then I want you to watch this video here. Tools 101, learn how to use the compass. I want you to watch that first.
All right.
Okay?
Thank you.
Mr. W, I have a question.
Yes.
What other materials that we need to use for this assignment? The compass, the scaling ruler,
Okay. The compass, architect scale,
okay.
and the adjustable triangle.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay. Because I was wondering if I could leave this class so I could focus on this real quick, and then on Wednesday I can be caught up to you guys.
Okay. All righty. Whatever.
All right. Thank you.
Whatever it takes. Okay.
Watch the video.
Okay, cool. All right. Also, just give me a second right here. We're gonna continue here. Get your compass out. Okay, get your compass out. Now, let me share my screen with you for a sec here. Okay. Okay. So now, you have your compass, right? You have your compass. Okay. Good. Now, I want you to look in your drafting kit, and you should have a vial of lead that looks like this. See this?
Yep.
And it should have 2H. See that? It should say 2H lead, because we want to put 2H lead in your compass. Does your compass have lead in it already?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to take that lead out, and we're going to put a piece of 2H lead in it. So go ahead and find this lead first.
I found it. I have it out.
Okay, cool. All right, good. Now, if you watch the video, I don't know what kind of compass you have, but most of them are similar. So here's what we're going to here's what we're going to do first. We're going to take this lead out here. All you have to do is unscrew this knob here, and then just take the lead out. See that?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good. So now I'm going to put mine back in.
Do I like cut it in half, like cut it off or something?
Oh, okay. Have you taken the existing lid out?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Now you're going to do, what you're going to do, you're going to take a piece of, I think I have it over here, yes. A piece of the 2H lead here, right? Okay. And I think this is 2H lead here. We'll soon find out. And you're going to break a piece off. You're going to break a piece off that's about this length. Yeah, about that length. And then you're going to insert it into your compass. You're going to insert it into your compass. Oops. Okay. Good. You're going to insert it into your compass, and then you're going to tighten the knob down again. It keeps wanting to move on me. Okay. Now, also in your kit, you should have this sanding block right here. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'll sharpen. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this. Okay. So now this sanding block is used to bevel the edge of this of lead of the compass, right? Obviously, I've already used it before. Okay. Now, so I'm not. Yeah, good. See, I'm not holding the compass straight up. I'm holding it this way, like this, right? Right.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of perpendicular to the surface of the sandpaper. And then I'm using it to bevel the edge. And see how it's beveled?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that's how you're gonna use the sandpaper. Now listen, this as I told the other class, this graphite is nasty stuff, right? So make sure that you put it aside somewhere, that you don't on your tools, and you can always when you used it, you can always tear this layer off and use a fresh layer. Okay, but that's nasty stuff. All right, all right. So that's what you're gonna do. Okay. And then what I want you to do on a piece of paper, let's just select a piece of paper, I want you to practice making circles, right? I want you to practice making circles. So if you watch the video, you know what the presenter showed you, right? Of course, you can adjust the diameter of the circle that you need to do. So is what you're going to do. You're going to sink your needle right into your paper, and then you're not going to hold the compass straight up like this. You see how I'm holding between my thumb and this finger right here. Okay, I'm just holding the top, and I'm not holding it straight up. I'm holding it kind of like I'm at an angle, and then I'm just doing light pressure, right? Light pressure. Okay, light pressure, right? So that's what I want you to do. I want you to practice making circles at different diameters, okay? Until you become comfortable with it.
Great.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, for the rest of you, I'm sure by now you've made those two circles, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and make mine too with you. I've already established this. I've already established the center points for my two circles. I did that, okay, because I wanted to have the same location within both quadrants. Okay. All right. Yep, I wanted to have the same location. And then I just measured off my 1 inch. Okay. I'm putting my compass at my needle at the center mark that I just made. Okay. And then adjusting the compass to my reference mark. And I'm just going to go ahead and make that circle like that. Very lightly, cool, that's it. I'm gonna come over to the next quadrant. There it is. Okay. Come over to the next quadrant. Cool. Give me my 1 inch reference mark there. Okay. Okay. It's already set for 1 inch, so all I gotta do is put my needle at the intersection, make my circle. Very light pressure. Good. All right, so now I have both of those circles done. So what we're gonna do now is work on the last quadrant. Okay. Make sure you can see my screen. Let's do it this way. That's good. Let's take it back a little bit. There we go. There we go. Excellent. All right. So now as we look at the last quadrant for setup, okay. All that you're doing for this setup drawing is drawing two lines, right? You join this line, see that? And this line, okay? Both of those lines are going to be drawn at an angle of 15 degrees. So we know we're going to have to use our adjustable triangle, okay? Okay, and so it's telling you that this angle here is 15 degrees, okay? This dimension here of 2.5 inches is telling you that the length of this line and the length of this line is 2.5 inches, okay? And they are, are 1 1/4 inches apart. So from this line to this line is 1 1/4 inches. The length of each line is 2.5 inches, and they're doing at an angle of 15 degrees, okay? So now, some people get confused, but this is not a line that you're going to be drawing, right? That's a dimension line. You're only drawing two lines, this one and this one. All right, so now we have to set our adjustable triangle to 15 degrees. So let's do that. All right, so come over here, okay, good. I'm starting at 0. Okay, 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 15. There we go, line it up with that. That's good. Tighten it down at 15 degrees. Okay. All right. So we see that we're just drawing two lines like this, right? Just like this. That's all we're doing. Okay, cool. All right. So now let's go back. What I'm going to do, now you have to decide, however, which side of the triangle represents 15 degrees, okay? So now I'm resting it against my straight edge on my T-square, okay, good. All right. So I'm just going to turn it around, if you can see. Okay, I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to flip it this way like this, see that? See that? I'm just flipping it. Now, again, it's resting against my straight edge. And now it's quite obvious when I look at, I think I need this higher. Oops, I gotta decide which way I want to go with the camera. Good. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good. Yeah, then I can continue. All right. Cool. Okay. Now, so it's quite obvious, right? Right. 15 degrees. This side is 15 degrees. All right. So I'm gonna make my first line, and I'm just gonna. I know what I gotta do. I gotta make a line here, a line here. I'm just trying to judge where I should start. I can see where I have to go. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put my first line here. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna go back later and I will adjust the length of it, okay? But now I need to draw another line that's going to be what is going to be 1.25 inches from this line, but parallel to this line. So you see how I'm placing my scale, okay, perpendicular to 15 degrees, okay, and I need a line that's going to be 1 inch and 1/4 apart, 1 inch and 1/4. Okay, so 1 inch and 1/4. Okay, that places there's my 1/4. It's my inch. So this is where my other line should be right here. Okay, again, I'm placing the scale perpendicular to the angle of the line, so I can get a true measurement. Okay, all right. So now I can come down here, come down here, and I can make my other line. There it is. Okay, I have drawn two lines that are 15 degrees. That have an angle that is of 15 degrees and the 1 inch and 1/4 apart. Okay. So now I can just go back and look at the length. I think I could. This needs to be 1.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to make my reference point here 1.5 inches. I mean 2.5 inches. Pardon me. So I'm going to start here. I got 2.5 inches. Okay, here's my first reference point. Here's my second reference point. That's good. Okay, good. All right. So now I can come over here. Okay. Now you see how this is here I am. Pardon me. All right, here I am at 15 degrees, right? But now I just want to make I want to make another reference point that's going to be perpendicular to 15 degrees. So what I'm going to do, I'm just taking my decimal triangle, flipping it over this way. Okay, there we go. So now I can just draw a line down here right now. Good. And that's going to be the end point of my second line. And then I got a little reference point here, right here. And I can draw this down. Okay. Cool. All right. So now both of those lines are 2.5 inches in length. All right. Okie dokie. So I will give you a moment to work on that. Okay, Xavier, have you practiced those circles?
Yes.
Are you comfortable with the compass now?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. So now I want you to where are you in terms of assignment number 2?
I didn't do any of number 2. Number
Okay.
3, I need the arc in number 3 and 7 and 8, and that's it.
Okay. So you have the other. Okay, I got you. Could you repeat that again, though? What quadrants are you working on?
I need all of 2, the arc in 3, and 7 and 8.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, did you follow the video from last week?
The compass video, how to use a compass?
No. I mean, the recording of the class. Wednesday class.
No.
You should watch it.
I didn't have my compass last week, so I was
Okay.
just working on. I was just working on the other ones. Say it again.
Okay, you were working on those with us together.
I was working on the other ones as you guys did the circles because I knew I was in my compass on Sunday, so I was just gonna work.
Okay, I got you. So you were following along with us during Wednesday's class. Is what I'm asking.
Oh yes.
Right.
Yeah, but I just like sat out and waited and just watched.
Okay. All right. Okay. All righty. But it's really good. It's really good to watch those videos because then you can take the time and you can pause
The
and
record.
right. Yeah, I'm sorry. The recordings of the class because you can take the time and you can pause and you can
Yeah, I hear you. I
yeah
understand. I get it.
yeah. So try to make an effort to draw those to watch those recordings because I think they will be helpful to you.
All right.
Okay. Is there anyone who has not finished the setup portion of this exercise? Not finished. Okay. All right. I got you. I got you. Okay. But I'm recording it. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So we are getting ready to move forward. Can we move forward? Thank you. So let me stop sharing for a moment. Or let me share for a moment, that is. Okay, let's see. I'm going to open this PDF up right here. But I might not use it right now. Okay. Okay. We're going to not use it right now, but momentarily we will. Okay. Okay. Okay, momentarily we will. So let's go back to the assignment number 2 instructions. Let's go back. Assignment number 2 instructions right here. Okay, so here we are, item number 3 there, quadrant number 1, okay? This is what we are working toward, okay? We're gonna construct a 1.5-inch arc tangent to the given right angle, okay? So let me adjust my camera real quick. Let's go back to quadrant number 1. Okay, here we are. We're going back to quadrant number 1. Okay, oops. Let's do this. Cool. All right. So you see here, we have our right angle, okay, as part of our setup drawing. Okay. So the object of this exercise, okay, I'm just going to sketch it right now. Okay, so now we have our right angle, okay. So the object of this exercise is to draw an arc, okay, that has a radius of 1.5 inches that's going to tangent this vertical line and it's going to tangent that horizontal line, okay? Okay. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw the arc first, okay? Now, that arc has a radius of what? What's the radius of the arc? Somebody tell me.
Is it 1.5 inches?
Yes, it is. Okay. Okay, so you see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to give myself a reference point right here. Okay, I'm starting at the intersection of these two lines at the right angle, and then I'm going to give myself a reference point here. Good. Okay, good. Here's my reference point. Okay, and then I'm going to place my needle at the intersection of those two lines. Okay. And then I'm going to adjust my compass to 1.5 inches, to my 1.5 inch reference mark, and see how it looks. So that's perfect. And then I'm just going to draw an arc that's going to intersect the horizontal line and intersect the vertical line very lightly. There it is, just like that. See that? You got it already? We have it?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right.
Are we doing another one then on top of that?
No.
Like it's for looking at the example of the drawing, the arc is like the other way around. Like it touches on, on the inside.
Yeah. This is just a setup portion, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is just setup. So we're setting up to be able to draw that arc that's going to tangent those lines, okay? Again,
Okay.
from here to here, okay, is 1.5 inches, okay?
Got it.
Cool. So we're going to draw that arc first. And you see how I'm keeping this arc very, very, very light because we're not going to need it for our final representation. This is just our setup work, okay? So try to keep those as light as you can. Okay, so somebody let me know when we can move on. Not yet. Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Anybody not ready? We'll wait for you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna sketch it again. Okay. So here's what we just did, right? Okay, we created that arc. Okay. Now then this gave us 2 points of intersection. Okay. Where this arc intersects this vertical line, I'm going to call that A. Okay, and where this arc intersects this horizontal line, okay, I'm going to call that B. Cool. All right, now using the same compass distance, you're not going to change it. Okay, 1.5 inches. You're going to place your needle at A here, that intersection. Your needle goes at A, and you're going to make an arc outside like this, an arc, very light. See that? I know you can barely see it, but it's right there. Okay. Okay, and of course, then you're going to place your needle at B, right here, in intersection B, needle at B. Okay, and then you're going to make an arc that's going to intersect the arc that you just made, like that. See that right there? You're trying to create that intersection. I'm calling that C. Okay. I don't want to go too fast because sometimes I have a tendency to do that. Does everybody have intersection C? Yes, cool. All right. All right. So now, using your same compass distance, inch and a half, I'm not going to change it. Okay. So now what you're going to do, you're going to place your needle at C and try to be as accurate as you can. At C, your needle at C, and then you're going to draw an arc that's going to tangent see that? See that? That arc there. So you see how that's working? Cool. And if you look at the sample drawing, that's what we were trying to accomplish. All those other arcs was just our setup. Okay? Cool. All right. You done with that? Thank you. All right, so let's go to the next one. Now, I need to print these instructions out. Hold on a second. Let me do this. Let me share. Okay, I'm not gonna print it out. Okay, so now the quadrant number 2. Find the center of a 2-inch diameter circle using chord perpendicular bisectors. Okay. So let's go to the other quadrant. Let's go to quadrant 2 and complete that geometric exercise using construction lines. Okay. Okay, here we are at the quadrant 2, and I'm going to sketch it again. Okay, once I find what I'm. Okay, get me up. Okay, that's a mystery. Oh, here it is right here. Cool. All right. All right, so here we are. Okay, we have a circle, and I'm sketching it. Okay, cool. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to draw our chords. A chord connects 2 points along the circumference of a circle. A chord. Okay, so this is a chord here. Okay, and then we're going to draw another chord over here like that. Okay, I'm not concerned about the length of it, the depth of the chord, nor the length, right? Okay, and I'm going to use my 3060 to do that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is draw the chord. Okay, so again, I'm not worried about the length or anything like that. I'm coming over here. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you can. All right. So I'm just going to draw one chord using my 60-degree angle right here, right? This side of mine, right? This side. So I'm going to draw this chord here. Okay, good. Then I'm going to flip my triangle over. And I'm going to draw this chord here. Again, a chord connects 2 points along the circumference of a circle. Okay? See that? And see, I wasn't worried about the depth of it, nor the length. Okay? I'm just drawing it at 60 degrees. Okay, so now I have my 2 chords. Okay, so now that I have my 2 chords, I have points of, they're not really intersection, but points where the chords contact the circumference of the circle. So I'm going to call this point here A. You see that? Good. I'm going to call this point here B. I'm going to call this point here C. I'm going to call this point here D. Okay? Got me? Okay, so now I want you to set your compass distance from A to B. Okay? Okay, so if you can see what I'm doing here, good. So here's my chord. So I'm gonna get up so I can see a little better. Okay, I'm placing my needle here at the end of this chord, and then let's just get it in there pretty good. Okay, good. And then I'm adjusting my lead to the point of my other chord right there. Yeah, that looks, I mean, just a little bit more. Okay. Good. See what I did? So I'm gonna give you a chance to do that. So you're setting your compass distance between points A, points A and point B of the first chord. Okay, so I'll give you a moment to get one more time to do that. Okay. All right. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going using that same compass distance. I'm going to set my needle at A. Okay. I'm going to set my needle at A, point A here. Good. Okay. And then I'm just going to make an arc inside the circle like this, very lightly. See that? Right inside the circle. So the object of this exercise is to find the center of that circle using chord bisectors. I think I changed my. Did I change it? Yeah. Okay, cool. So now you know what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna set my needle at B. Okay, and then I'm going to draw another arc that's going to intersect the other arc that I just drew from A. Okay, so I'm setting my needle at B. That looks pretty good. And then I'm just going to draw another arc that kind of like bisects the one that I did first. Okay, right there. I'm creating that intersection right there. There's the other ways of finding the center of the circle besides doing the geometric construction that we're doing, but we're doing it this way, since it is a geometric construction exercise. Okay, all right. In fact, we already have the center of the circle right there, don't I? Cool. All right. Now, so can anybody tell me what I'm going to do next? What do you think I'm going to do next?
Same thing on C and D.
Okay. Well, let's continue to work with A and B first. Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do now. Still dealing with A and B. Okay. I'm going to set my needle back at A. But I'm going to draw an arc on the outside of the circle, like that, on the outside. And you know what? And after that, you know what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to put my needle at B and draw an arc that's going to intersect that previous. There we go. So I'm creating an intersection here, just like that, on the outside of the circle. Okay, so what I'm going to do next? Anybody? Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Now that I have these two intersections here on the inside of the circle and here on the outside of the circle, I'm going to connect those intersections with a straight line. Okay, so I'm taking my triangle, and I'm just going to go from intersection to intersection like this. Okay, intersection, like this. Okay, and then I'm going to draw a straight line between those two intersections like that. Wow, and we can see what's happening, right? You can see what's happening. Please keep these arcs that you're drawing very light, please. Pretty cool. So now this is my chord. Okay, this is my chord bisector, right? Which is dividing this chord into two equal parts. And you see what's happening right now. See, it's at the center of a circle. It's pretty cool. So now we got to finish it up. We're gonna do the same thing we did, okay, for A and B. We're gonna do the same thing for C and D. Let me see if you can do it on your own. You know, the first thing you gotta do is do what? Is set your compass distance between C and D, right? That's what you gotta do first. Set that compass distance between C and D. Yep, just like I'm doing right now. Okay, C and D, getting it as close as possible. Good. And remember to sync that sink that needle into that paper to kind of give it some stability. Anson,
Yes, sir.
no yawning is allowed during.
I have that really early English class.
Oh, I hear you.
So it's been a long day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do understand. Jason, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, cool. I'm just checking you out. Okay. I've given you the opportunity to kind of work on your own, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it too now. Okay, so I'm placing my needle at C, and then I'm drawing an arc on the inside of the circle like that. Okay, I'm placing my needle at E, drawing an arc on the inside like that until it bisects. There it is, right there. It gets kind of confusing, but it is what it is. Placing my needle on at C again, drawing an arc on the outside of the circle, placing my needle at E, drawing an arc so that such that it intersects the previous arc. Good. So now I have two arcs, and all I need to do is to connect those two intersections with a straight line. And that's pretty cool. So you see what I've done. I've found the center of that circle. Okay. By using perpendicular chord bisectors. Because when this chord bisector intersects with this chord bisector, it locates the center of the circle. Cool? All right. Let's go to quadrant number 3. Let me go back, go up a little bit. There we go. We see everything. All right. So let me just share with you. Okay, see what we're doing. Okay. Quadrant number 3, construct a 3/4 of an inch arc tangent to the given arc and straight line. So that's what we're doing. Okay, so here, so when we look at our setup drawing, here we have our existing arc, okay, and this is our straight line, okay, right? So the object here, over here, the object here, okay, is to create an arc having a radius of 3/4 of an inch that's going to tangent this existing arc like this, and it's going to tangent this horizontal line, right? That's what we're shooting for. So now let's set it up. I mean, let's complete it, okay? So here's the first thing you're going to do, okay? You're going to draw an arc, right, from the same center point. You're going to draw a new arc that's going to be 5/8 of an inch plus 3/4. Okay, from the same point here, okay? You're going to draw a new arc, okay? You already have this arc here, okay? So now you're going to, and this arc here is 5/8. Okay? From the same center point here, you're going to draw a new arc that's going to be 5/8 plus 3/4. Okay. Somebody tell me, what is 5/8 of an inch plus 3/4 of an inch?
One 3/8.
Say it again.
1 3/8.
Absolutely. Okay, so we discovered that that's 1 3/8. All right, so of course I'm putting my 0 right here, right there, at the center of the previous arc, the existing arc, and I'm going 1 3/8. 1 2 3. There we go. There we go, right there. Cool. And that's what I'm going to. And then I'm going to put my needle here where it was at the end of that line. There we go. This one's perfect already. Okay. And then I'm going to draw a very light arc like this. There we go. There we go. Cool. All right. So now we want to draw a new line that's going to be parallel to this existing line, all being 1 3/4 inches away. So from this line, we're going to draw another horizontal line into 3/4. Okay, not into 3/4, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, from this line, we're going to draw a new line, a new horizontal line. That's going to be 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so let me go and do that. 3/4 of an inch. There we go. Okay, good. There's my reference point right there. So I'm going to draw my new, and I want to draw that line over until it bisects the new arc that I just made. Yep. I'm creating this intersection right here. Yep, we're trying to create a new intersection. Okay. So now that we have this intersection, here's what we're going to do. We're going to set our compass distance to 3/4 of an inch. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to put my needle, because I already have a reference point right there. Okay. And I'm going to set my compass distance to 3/4 of an inch if I do it right. Okay, I do it like that. That looks pretty good right there. Okay. Set your compass distance to 3/4 of an inch. That looks pretty good. Okay. And of course, you know what we're going to do now. We're going to place our needle at the intersection of this horizontal line and that arc. There's an intersection right here. I'm going to place my needle there. Okay. So now let's see how this going to work. So now I should be able to draw a line. It's going to tangent. That's going to be tangent, okay. Okay, so I see right here, my point of tangency is a little off right there. Okay, so I need to make an adjustment with my dimensions. So if it doesn't work, that means if you don't have those points of tangency, that means you have probably a math error or some other kind of error. Okay, all right. So let me go back and check my math here. Okay, so from here to here, that should be 11 3/8. That looks pretty good. From there to there, it should be 3/4. And from here to here should be 3/4. Okay. Okay. So I'm just going to erase this line here out. Put my needle back here. Okay, that's much better. Because final analysis, okay, is that we want this arc here joined at 3/4 of an inch. Let me check my math right here. Make sure this is right. Yes, now it's perfect. Yep. Yep. Perfect now. Cool. All right. Everything's perfect. So now we have we created a new arc having a radius of 3/4 of an inch that has created points of tangency between an existing arc and an existing straight line. So I'll give you a chance to work on that. Again, if these points of tangency aren't good, just like I did, I had to read. I went back and I looked at my dimensions, and I checked my math to make sure everything was right. And then I discovered that from here to here was not actually 3/4. So I guess maybe 3/4. Okay, and it worked out perfectly. All right. Yep. I'm gonna give you a moment to work on that. Okay, so now we're going to work on quadrant number 4. Okay, quadrant number 4. Okay, quadrant 4, what does it say? Divide line AB into 5 equal divisions. Okay. Let's go back. Let me see. Okay, let's go back to assignment number 2 right here, geometric construction. In D12 right here. Let's scroll down. Let's open up this geometric exercises PDF right here. Okay, cool. So this is kind of what we're doing. They have some instructions here, but not all of them. Okay, so here's what we're doing right now. Okay, and there are 2 ways of doing this. Okay, we're going to do it this way. Okay, right here. We have line A and B, and then we have line B and C, and this line, of course, is doing it at 30 degrees. Well, we're going to divide this, the CB line, into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions, and then draw up or project up lines perpendicular to C and B to also divide line AB into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. Okay, that's what we're going to do. All right. Okay. Let's come over here to the quadrant that we're working on. Yep, we can see it. Cool. Perfect. Okay. So what we're going to do now, this is line AB, CD. Okay. We're going to divide lines C, D into 5 divisions. Okay. And each of those divisions, we're using our full-size scale, each of those divisions are going to be 1/2 inch. Okay. So I'm placing my 0 here at this intersection of these 2 lines right here, 0. Okay. And then I need each division is going to be 1/2 inch apart. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divisions. Okay, that's all that I need. 5 divisions. Okay, see them there? Okay, good. Cool. All right. We good? All right. So now we know that this line here is 30 degrees, right? But now we want to make the lines that we're going to project up to our AB line. We want to make those projections perpendicular to 30 degrees. So easy task, okay? What you're going to do, you're going to take your 30, 60 here, and then you're going to take your 45 degree. You can put it on top of it just like this. Okay, see that? In that position. So get your 45 Agree up? Okay, good. In that position. So now I can project these lines up to AB being perpendicular from CB, right? Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna draw that one. Perpendicular, okay, slide it down. Okay, perpendicular, slide it down. Gotta move down a little bit. Okay. Perpendicular. 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 I don't like the way that last line. I don't like the way that one looked. Okay, that wasn't quite perpendicular. So I'm going to erase that out. Where's my brush? Yeah, there we go. There we go. Perpendicular. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal divisions at AB. Everybody good? Sounds good. All right, let's go to the next one. We're getting there. Cool. All right, so let's see what we're gonna do with this.
Hey, Mr. W.
Yes.
For the exercise we did, number 4, like I have a little access on the bottom of my triangle. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yes, yes, absolutely.
Should I erase it or no?
You can erase it later.
All right.
Right. Well, right now they're construction lines, so just leave them. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Let's get a little bit better. There we go. Cool. All right. So let me share with you again. What quadrant is this? Oops. Let's go back. Okay. So now, quadrant number 5, we're going to construct a 7/8 of an inch arc tangent to the 2 given or existing circle arcs. Okay, so what we're going to do. This is very similar to quadrant 3. Okay, so I'm just going to sketch it out again. Okay. All right, so we have this line here at 3 inches, and then at the end of that line we have an arc that's 1.5 of an inch. Okay, and then at the end of this line here we have an arc that's 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so here's what you're going to do. Of course, this arc here, what is that? What I said was 1/2 of an inch radius. Okay. So from the same point here, you're going to draw another arc. That's going to be 1/2 inch plus 7/8. Okay, this arc here. Of course, now I'm sketching it, and I'm not sketching it to scale, so yours is going to look a little different than this, but I'm just giving you the basic information in sketch form. Okay, so we have this existing arc radius here. Our arc has a radius of 1 inch and 1/4. Okay, and then we're going to draw a new arc. It's going to be 1 inch and 1/4 plus 7/8. And that's going to give us a new intersection somewhere down here. And we're going to call that A. Okay? So I want you to work on that. Okay. All right. Okay, so let me okay. So that's an inch. So 1/2 inch plus, what is it? 1/2 inch plus 7/8, an inch and 3/8, okay, inch and 3/8, inch, 1, 2, 3, okay. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna set my compass to that distance. Put my needle here. Good. Circle. Oops, compass moved. Cool. All right. Then I'm just gonna measure. Give myself a horizontal line here. I'm just gonna measure over. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna measure over, and that distance is 2 1/8 of an inch. That's going to be inch and a quarter plus 7/8. So that's 2 1/8. So that's where my compass should be. Let me get this better. Let me get this better. That'll work. So, okay, all right. So I'll get my needle right here. Okay, come over to my 2 1/8. Okay, I don't need to go all the way up because I'm just trying to create the intersection right there. Okay, good. So I want to measure C. Okay, so now that I have this intersection A here, I want to set my compass distance to 7/8. 7/8. I'm gonna put my needle here at A. So I'm gonna set my compass distance to 7/8, and I'm gonna try to do it this way now. Okay, let's see if I can do it this way. 7/8. I'm just gonna use my scale. Okay. 7/8, so that's pretty good. All right, see what's gonna happen. Okay, so now I'm setting my needle at A. Good, so now I'm gonna draw an arc that's gonna tangent this. Tangent. Cool. See, I gotta make a slight adjustment here. Gotta make a slight adjustment here. There we go. Tangent, and not quite tangent. Okay. So let me put it back where it was to make sure I get it right. There it is right there. Make sure this is set to 7/8. Better. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, cool. All right. I had to make some adjustments with my needle and all that, okay? But now I have I've created this arc here, having a radius of 7/8. That's tanging, that's creating points of tangency at these two existing arcs right here. All right, so let's go to the next one. Oh, good. Okay, all right, so let me stop sharing for a second and see what we're going to do with this one. Okay. We're going to be in quadrant number 6 with a compass bisect a given angle, okay? So we have this angle at 53 degrees, and we want to bisect that angle into 2 equal angles. So here's all you have to do. With that, you can come over here. You can leave the compass distance at the same distance that it is. You don't have to change it. Okay? Because it doesn't matter what the distance is. So you can leave it where it is as long as the arc that we're about to draw intersects this line and intersects that line. Okay. So I'm putting my needle here at the vertex of this angle, and then I'm just going to draw an arc. Just like that. Okay. So in doing so, I created intersections A and intersections B. So what you're going to do, you simply going to set your compass distance now from A to B at these 2 intersection points. A to B. Set your compass distance there. Oh, I see what the issue is too. Is that there we go. That should help me a little bit. Set my compass distance from A to B. That's pretty good right there. Good. All right. So then I'm going to put my needle at A and draw an arc outside like this. Okay. Then I'm going to place my needle at B. Draw an arc out here like this until I create this intersection right there. And then I'm just going to connect at that intersection. At the intersection, I'm going to draw a straight line from that intersection back to the vertex of that circle. Okay, at the intersection, let's get that. Oh, I see what, okay. Oh, that's not quite like that. Not quite like that. I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's get that, let's put that back again. Let's do that again. Okay, because the circles, the angles doesn't seem to be quite. Okay, arc here at A, cool. intersection, needle here B, creating, okay, good. Now, let me see if I get this intersection done. There we go. That's it. That's it. It's much better. Good. All right. So now those angles are more equal. Before my intersection was off a little. Okay. All right. So with that, I've divided those circles. I mean that angle of 53 degrees into two equal angles. All right, geometrically. All right. So now let's go to 7 and 8. We're moving on. Okay. Let me share this with you. I'm gonna share this. Okay. Okay, so with number 7, we're going to be creating a hexagon 2 inches across corners, and it makes a big difference whether it's across corners or across flats. So ours is across corners, 2-inch hexagon across corners. All right, so let me come up here. Oh, let's go back to assignment number 2. Let's come down to geometric exercises here. Open up the PDF again. Okay, let's scroll down. Keep going down, 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 down. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay, so here what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drawing a hexagon across corners. That means that the hexagon is inside the circle. Hexagon octagons are generated by first establishing a diameter of a circle. Okay, so that's why we draw our circles first as part of our setup drawing. Okay, so we see that when it's across flats, the hexagon is at the outside of the circle. When it's across corners, which we are doing, is on the inside. Okay, cool. So I'm going to let you kind of like, well, I'm just going to show you how you're going to get started. But if you look at that diagram, you know what you need to do. We see that we're going to be using our 30-60 triangle, establishing an angle of the hexagon where it's angled as being 30 degrees. Okay, it's quite obvious how you're setting this up. Okay, all right, but here's the first thing you need to do. Okay, you need to take this circle. Okay. Let me. Okay, which I've essentially done already. You need to take, the first thing you got to do is take that circle and divide it into 4 equal quadrants. Then after that, I'm going to see if you can use that diagram to go ahead and create the hexagon on your own. Of course, you're going to need your 30-60 triangle as indicated. Let your grade work on that on your own. Do we have a hexagon? Not yet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, okay, good. All right. So let's go back to now. Now we're going to do a octagon. We're going to do octagon. Okay. All right, so let's scroll down. Let's go back to geometric exercises and scroll down, 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 down. Okay, let's do this. Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to be using method A. Method A, right here. So now we see that we're going to need, pardon me, our 45-degree triangle. Okay. Of course, what you need to do is to divide the circle initially into 4 equal parts like this, just like you did for the hexagon. And then you're just going to use your 45-degree triangle, just a tangent here, okay? Tangent here, tangent there, and the rest are either vertical or horizontal lines created on the outside of the circle. Simple as that. I'll let you work with that on your own. Okay, do we all have a octagon?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, we're so close to completing the construction line part of the assignment. I want us to do the last one. I know we're running out of time. I usually let you go around the clock, but it won't take us too long to finish up the last one. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and work on that. So then on Wednesday, what we would have to do is just go ahead and do our final secondary lines for the exercises and the annotation, of course. All right, so let me stop sharing let me share that is for a second. Okay. The last quadrant here. What we're going to be doing is, I know it's making you dizzy. Quadrant 9, construct an OG curve. I'm just going to, from point A and B, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to read all that. So we're going to construct an OG curve, okay? Good. So if I was to sketch that out, okay, show you what we're going to do. We have two lines that are going at 15 degrees, okay? Okay, so this is what we have. And what we're going to construct is an OG curve that looks like this. Okay, so we're going to do. That's going to tangent that line, OG curve. All right, so here we are. Set your adjustable triangle to 15 degrees. Okay, 15 degrees. Cool. Got it? All right, so now, at the end of these two lines of, let me give a dimension because people want, I need a dimension. All right, so let's say from a 1/4 inch at full size scale from the end of the line here, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to draw, okay, of course at 15 degrees, okay, perpendicular, okay. Here we took it, right? And then we took it around this way to make it perpendicular to 15 degrees. And then we came from the end of this line, coming a 1/4 inch at full size scale, and then we're going to draw a line here. Cool. Okay, so now then from that line, we're going to draw a line parallel to it, right? Being 1/2 inch away, 1/2 inch. Cool. And then from that line, we're going to draw a third line that's going to be parallel to the previous one, but that was going to be an inch away, an inch. Okay? We all good? Okay. All right. So now from this line here, we're going to draw a line parallel to it. Okay. That's just going to be half of an inch away. Okay. Of course, we're going to draw it at 15 degrees. Cool. Okay. So as I've sketched it out, your problem should look like this. So what's that's done for us, that's given us an intersection point here. I'm going to call that A, and it's giving us an intersection point here. I'm going to call that E, okay? And the intersection point down here, and I'm going to call that B. Cool? All right. So now here's what you're going to do. You're going to set your compass distance from A to E. A to E. So I'm going to come over here. Set my compass distance from A to E. Good. All right. You're setting your compass distance from A to E. A to E. Okay. Cool. All right. So now we're gonna set our needle at A. A needle at A. And then we're gonna draw an arc like so. Okay. So you see where I set my needle at A, and I draw and I drew an arc in this location. Okay. And then we're going to set our needle at E, right there. Using the same compass distance, and then we're going to draw another arc so it intersects the previous arc to create an intersection, just like that. Cool. So now that we have our intersection out here, you know what we're gonna do, right? Leaving the compass at the same compass distance, we're gonna set our needle at this new intersection that we just created. Try to get it in there pretty good. Okay, and then we're gonna draw the first part. We're going to draw the first part of that OG curve. Okay. Let me get my needle in the right location here. There we go. That would help. There we go. So now we're drawing the first, we have drawn the first part of that OG curve right there. Okay. I'll give it another moment to work on that. Okay. All right. Then what we're going to do next, okay, you know what we're going to do next. We're going to set our compass distance from E to B. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to set our needle now at E. And we're going to draw an arc in this location, okay? Okay. See that? I just drew it out here, okay? Okay, you know what we're gonna do next? We're gonna set our compass needle at B. And then we're gonna draw an arc that's going to intersect the other arc that we just drew. Right there, creating this intersection right there that you can barely see, but it's right there. All righty, so now you know what we're gonna do, right? We're gonna put our needle at the new intersection that we just created. Try to get in there, try to get it closer than I did last time to make sure that, yeah. Good, all right. Perfecto, so that's gonna allow us to draw the last portion of that OG curve. That's gonna look like this. Okay. With that, we have completed the geometric exercises using construction lines. On Wednesday, we're going to turn certain of those lines into secondary lines, okay? Any questions? Good. Now, that's going to excuse most of you from tonight's class. Okay, I'll see you on Wednesday. I know I need to talk to some other people after class, okay? So if you finish the last exercise, you're free to go from this evening, and I will see you on Wednesday.
All right. Have a nice night.
Okay, you too.
Thanks, Mr. Williams. Have a good night.
Okay, have a great one.
Have a good night.
Have a great one.
Oh, it's just me. Okay. So, yeah, I'm, hello?
I'm here, yes.
All right, good. No, I was just, with the thingy, the first project.
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure I sent you the PDF to your email for the,
Okay, let me check it out then.
yeah, the
Okay,
checking.
sure.
I know I made a few mistakes on the lettering because my I didn't have the sharpener, but I have the sharpener now. So like the lettering is like really like not like
Okay.
perfected, but it's like
Okay.
kind of bad.
Okay, well, let me look at it, okay?
Yeah. And if it's not there, I can email it again.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's there.
Yeah, it should be here. Okay. This is, who am I talking with? I'm sorry.
Xavier.
Okay, I thought it was. I don't see it, Xavier. Could you send it again, please?
Yeah, I can send it again. Okay, sure, I sent it. All right. Mail. Let me just scan it again because it's not here.
Okay. Now, Xavier, do you have your proper tools now? Do you have, I know you had a problem with the T-square. Did you get a new T-square?
No,
Okay, so,
I need a longer.
yeah,
That's
so
it.
you're still using the short one?
Yeah,
Yeah. So how's that working out for you though?
I mean, I'm like making it work, but like it's just not long enough. But I'm still making it work. Like I'm moving, not moving the paper, but like moving the ruler around, keeping it straight on the edge of my table.
Yeah, but I think that's probably affecting the continuity of your line work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
kind of.
did
You can see it.
did you read my comments that I gave you for the, well, you know, you sent me a PDF of the first assignment.
If I know that you.
Xavier,
Yeah.
I believe you sent me a PDF of assignment number one last class, and I looked at it after class and I responded to you with some comments. Have you
Did
looked
it?
at it then?
Say it again.
Have you
cut
worked
out.
on it since then? Or did you see my comments?
No, I didn't see him. That's probably why I didn't turn it in yet. I didn't see anything, any comments.
Yeah. I sent you. Let me see. Let me see if I can. Xavier. Yeah, I sent it on Thursday.
So it'd
As
be
an
in
email.
grades, and I go to grades.
No, I sent it as an email,
Oh, okay. Let me look.
and I gave you some
Hello,
comments.
everyone. Grade assignments for those who have submitted. You said
Yeah,
Wednesday.
I sent it on the 4th. So you haven't made any changes to it, have you?
No.
Okay. So you see my email?
No, it goes Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. I don't see Thursday on my email. Wait, hello
Okay.
everyone.
Well, okay.
I don't see it.
Okay. I said in reviewing your assignment, I noticed some of your lines are not in vertical and horizontal alignment, and I think that's why, because your T-square is not long enough. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look one up now. New T
Yeah.
square.
Yeah. So I asked you, do you have a T-square and an appropriate drafting surface, right? So you do have a T-square, but you have the shorter one. Okay. And then I noticed that some of your lines were sketched, like the logo. Let me see if I can share mine. See if I can open this up and share it with you.
Yeah, the logo I messed up a little bit. I just like try to like sketch.
Yeah.
That bottom one, that bottom diamond.
Yeah. Don't sketch it though. Don't sketch it. It needs to be drawn using your tools. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see if we do. I don't see my attachment. Did I?
Get a 24-inch T square.
Yeah. It needs to be at least 24 inches. Yes.
All right.
That's going to help you. All right. All right. Good. So I said all lines of the drawing should be drawn using your drafting tools, and nothing should be sketched. Okay. And then before submitting assignments, I asked you to refer to the sample drawing. I want you to make sure in the future that before you submit anything, look at that sample drawing, because your drawing should look just like the sample drawing.
It's backwards, right?
What's backwards?
Oh, I thought no, never mind. I thought the art. Like when we started, I was like, is it backwards? Like I was just questioning myself the whole time.
No.
No.
Okay. Let me see if I can. let me go to my inbox and see if I can find your actual. Okay, I don't. Anyway, go ahead and send it to me again.
Cam scanner. AirDrop. iPad. Files. There it goes. Send. Mail. All right, it should have sent.
Okay, let me check it out.
All right.
Yep, I got it. Okay. So now I could share it with you. Cool. All right. Okay. Okay, you can see my screen now, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So now you see how this text is here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work on that. You see how you don't go over text twice to try to make it dark, okay? All right, so now I wanna fix it so you can get a better grade, okay? Because right now, well, it's not a failing grade, but it's not the best grade you can have. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So just kind of erase this text here out, okay? Now what text style are you using?
Extended.
Okay, all right. So now make sure that you mimic that style as closely as you can. All right. So
All right.
okay. So now erase this text out. Okay, and make the text better. Okay. Uh, uh, this doesn't have the right spacing here. Okay. Okay. And I see how these lines are kind of like this. That's because of the T-square situation.
Yeah.
Get it. Yeah, getting that proper length of T-square will help you tremendously. All right. The marble floor plan looks pretty good, but you see how some of the diamonds are not right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the circles are good. This is a good diamond right here, but the others are not kind of like off a little bit. Okay, and you see this line right here? That line should also be a secondary line like these are. Okay, these lines right here should also be secondary lines. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And that'll help your grade. Okay, all right. And then, okay, I see what happened here. You have an extra line there. Okay, but actually the line text should be here, right? But I see what you did.
Yeah, I messed up.
That's okay. All right. So we're gonna work with this one, but now we want to see a really better improvement. Yeah, a better improvement for the second one. So go ahead and make those changes there, and that will help you grade a little bit. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And then once you make those changes, go ahead and submit it to me. All right.
All right. And how do I use what's it called? Sharpener.
Okay, good. All right.
For the
So
2B.
Okay, let me stop sharing with you. All right, so let me go back to my board so you can see my board. Okay, now you're talking about the lead pointer, right?
Yes.
Lead pointer, okay? Here's how you use it, okay? Let me get my 2 millimeter, let me find my. So here's my 2 millimeter lead, right? So here's what you do with it. You can depress the top. I want you to make sure though that you have H lead in it, all right? So what you can do, you can depress the top and it will release the lead like that. See that?
Yep.
Okay, good. Now, so I want you to make sure that you have H lead in it, and you should have H lead. Did you buy H lead?
Yeah, it came with H-LED. I have
Okay,
it
cool.
back.
Okay, cool. So now here's what you're gonna do. Extend it so it's about that length, like there. Okay, and then you just stick it in. See, I'm holding the sharpener, and then you just stick it in like that, right? And you kind of hold it on the angle, and then you just rotate it like this. See that?
Oh, I didn't hold it at that angle.
And then once you hear that sound, you know that it's sharpening correctly, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So now, does your have like a filter here? You should if it's new. A filter?
Yep.
Okay, good. Now, because when you first sharpen the lead, that's typically some left on the tip of it. So the filter is for you to stick the lead inside the little filter, and it cleans off the graphite off the tip. Okay. Now, when you go to draft, right, you don't want to have that length like that. You want to retract it until it's about that length, about 3/8 of an inch, and that's good for drafting purposes.
All right.
Okay, now let me show you another important thing. This is you're sharpening graphite, right? So the top when you at the end of a session, okay, make sure that you lift the top off of this. It comes right off. See that? And you empty out the graphite because you do not want the graphite get on your tools. And what I would not do is put this back into my drafting kit. I would leave it out anyway. Okay, I would take the top off, empty the graphite out. We do not put it back into the kit.
All right.
Does that help? Hello, Xavier, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, that good?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Sorry,
Okay,
you cut
cool.
out. I didn't really hear you.
All right.
All right, thank you. I know what to do now.
All right. Have a good one.
Same with you.